Once again, everybody, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I've been saying that a lot. But hey, first time streaming, working out the bugs. Got a new keyboard. It is fancy, as my wife would say. Let's see how this works. If it doesn't work, and it's going to be interesting. But anyway, when we were last spoke, we were doing XP and learning to con or consider enemies. And I had saved some stuff in our bags because I wanted to show you the bank. So we're going to go to our find button, find the banker. It puts up a nice little path for us to follow. And that's what we're going to do. These ramps have no guardrails. Be careful. OSHA would not approve. All right, here we go. Other players at the bank. The bank's usually a big hangout. People storing their loot and stuff. So we get down to our banker, just like every other NPC. We right-click to access it. Pops up our bank on the side here. Tells us this is our storage slots. Looks amazingly like our inventory right here. In here, each one of these slots can hold bags, and then you can access and open them up. So we're going to take our free backpack that we get because bags are important, and we're going to do some quick tutorial-ish on the bank. Okay, well, first off, cut your bank slots. Second off, you have auto bank. This would allow you to pick up an item and hit auto bank, and it will go into the first available empty spot that you have. That's good for just quickly getting stuff out of your bank. We have the Shroud Bank. Shrouds are not active on this server, so we are not going to worry about going over those. Your Dragon's Hoard. Your Dragon Hoard is if you have the access to it. It comes with some of the expansions. You can buy it separately. I don't think that I have. Yep. I don't own it on this account. On my main account, I do own it. This holds extra items for you, and you can buy bigger and more slots for it through the DB store with DB Coin. All right, now, this is the best feature that EverQuest ever came out with. The Trade Skill Depot. When you open it up, you look at the top, gives you 0 of 250. That means that if it is a trade skill item and it's stackable, you can put it in here. So I'm going to right click on the bone chips and show you. If you hold down and right click, if I didn't tell you all that, it pulls up the description. These both are trade skill items. So we'll pick up the leaves, and I'm going to go back. Call it mansplaining, dadsplaining, whatever you want kind of splaining you're going to do. I'm going to show you tricks that no one teaches you. Okay, if you hold down the shift button and click on a stacked item, you'll pick up the whole entire stack. If you just normally click on it, this will pop up and tell you what quantity. So if you want the whole stack, you have to accept. Or you can hold down the control button, click it one time, and pick up one out of that stack. It makes life easier when you have stacks and stacks of stuff that you want to do. So we're going to move the trade skill items over into the Trade Skill Depot. And this makes life really easy because this is shared amongst all your other characters on the same account. And as we get into trade skill, doing trade skills, I'll show you how it works more in depth. Okay, so we're going to put our bone chips and our evergreen leaves in there. You see how they stack? They will be in alphabetical order. You could search for stuff when it's full by typing it in here. Okay. Second thing, this is a nice second, third, fourth thing. I've lost count. Is the find item button. The find item button, when you click on it, when you start as the game progresses and you play and you have bags and bags of stuff everywhere. Okay, you'll be able to search for any item you own, unless it's in a dragon horde. Right here, it will tell you where it's at. If it says in general, it'll be on your person. Okay, like see, gold gray tunic, it's on the chest. There's a chest slot. Gloomy deep lantern in the range slot. So on and so forth. And the general means first bag. This is your first slot. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so if we're looking for bandages, they're in 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very simple, but it really helps you find things. Or you can click on the bandages. Say we're looking for bandages and highlight item. It's going to open the bag it's in and highlight the item. It is a very handy feature when you're sorting through bags and bags and bags of stuff that you've accumulated. I don't know about you guys, but I have a tendency to be a hoarder when it comes to stuff. So this is the bank. This is where we'll put coin. I'll show you how to deposit coin. You'll pick up coin over here, and you can place coin there. Now, any of y'all that are familiar with the good old-fashioned tabletop Dungeons and Dragons or most any other fantasy role-playing game, it works. The money works the same. 10 copper equal 1 silver, 10 silver, 1 gold, 10 gold, 1 platinum piece. Okay? And you can also put money, platinum, not the change, not the gold, silver, copper, into your share bank, and other teams can use it. It also works great when you can put bags. This holds, excuse me, got the hiccups. 2 bags right here. Now, we said at the last episode that the Fate Arc Twig can't sell for anything. So we're going to pick it up. We're going to click on Destroy Item. And it's going to ask you to confirm whether you want to destroy it. We're going to click Yes. Once you destroy an item and it's gone, there is no getting it back. Okay? Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. All right? And over here on the Find Items, if you're looking for, I'm looking for every piece of chest armor I have. We click there and hit Find Items, and it will narrow down your search for you. Okay? All right, with that being done, quick and dirty, next thing is parcels. Since we're here, every city has this guy, and some places that are not cities has it too, such as the bazaar. And we'll touch on the bazaar later when we have money to shop with. No sense of teasing anybody if we have no money to shop with. So, the parcels in Noble Exchange. We're worried about the parcel. Right click, just like anything else. And this is the stuff that he has for sale, like any other normal merchant. Okay. Of course, down here it says show only items I can use. So, anything that is there, I can use it in one way, shape, or form, whether it be weapon, armor, or trade skill goods. Okay? But the part about this is this top button called Parcels. Parcels is an in-game mailbox, so to speak. You can send items from other players. When you buy stuff from Bazaar, this is where it will go. Somebody wants to send you something, you're not online, they can come and they can parcel it to you just by picking up the item and putting it right here. You have to know the person's name. It has to be spelled correctly. Capitalization does not matter, but spelled correctly, because you don't want to send an item worth a lot to somebody who you didn't want to send it to. But when we get a parcel, we'll go more into that. All right, so we're going to go and see if we can't hunt and kill a few more things. We're going to click our trusty map. I'm getting ahead of myself. You got to tell me to quit that. Open and close your bags. Something that people don't tell you. There's no tutorial to tell you at this stage. So to open your bags, you're going to right click on your bags. You can do them one at a time. They will always pop up where you put them. If you want to open and close, Shift B closes and opens all of your bags all at once. So you don't have to worry about individually opening bags. Very helpful, fun feature that they have. So now we'll go check our map, see where we're at, and we're going to go to the lift. So there should be a lift north to the east. There should be a lift right in front of us. Boom, lift. And I guess it wasn't my keyboard that's making it do that. It walked me off the back of the thing again. All right, well, that's what not to do. That's what I was teaching y'all, not to step off there. But we're going to go fight a few more things, if possible. Oop, we got a wolf. All right, so this is a good way to do it. We had gained level 2, so now when we target this creature, it is blue. Always hit con. Just get used to hitting con unless you're fighting the same thing over and over. And it is indifferent. It is level 1. Most of your EverQuest career will become from leveling off of that color right there. Blue con. You hear that term, blue con? That's what they're talking about. Turn on our auto attack and go to fighting. The end game music, very aggravating. And for some reason, this thing keeps auto looting without me doing it. It says auto loot all. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to take off the apply filters and see if that'll do it. Because I want y'all to see the loot as we're getting it for the time being. All right. We got 2 points of experience from him. When you're low level, you want to try to hit as many whites, cons as you can. Yellows are even better if you can kill them. But I also have to remember that this is a basically naked character with no equipment. I'm not on my main, who's all geared out, so I gotta remember to slow my roll. There we go. There we go. Ooh, cloth choker, cloth sandals, and cloth shawl. This is a good way to show you. Those should have auto-equipped. They did in their slots. A big whopping 1 point of AC on the there. 1 point of AC. And 2 points of AC. So 4 total points of AC or armor class determine how much you get hit and how much you get hit for. But being a rogue, we get to wear chain. And that brings me to another point. Armor is broken up into 4 different classes of armor. There's cloth, there's chain, cloth, leather, chain, and plate. And being a rogue, we are a chain wearer. So anything, that's mostly what it's going to be, chain. Good experience for him. Let's go get that Pixie. Pixie Trickster. Hope our skills are going up over here. Our defense, our offense, and our piercing. I guess I need to cover skills too. Yay, we got some pixie dust. Some more pixie wings. Nap Force Drakeling a little too much for us right now. We'll stick to the decaying skeletons. Perfect. This guy's carrying a weapon. Looks like a club. So let's go get that club. There we go. Didn't think the auto attack was going to do. We'll look at our hits down here. We're doing piercing damage. There's piercing, bludgeoning, slashing. Ooh, he dropped 3 weapons. Go to loot, loot, and loot. And none of those weapons are going to be more than what we have. Better than what we have. Rusty axe, rusty scimitar, splintering club. Actually, the splintering club, let's check it out. Splintering club. Usable by warrior, cleric, paladin, ranger, shadow knight, druid, monk, bard, rogue, shaman, and beast lord. It tells you race. Every race can use it. Primary or secondary slot. And it does 4 damage with 28 delay. This is also known as speed on your weapon. And the ratio is the difference of damage to speed. I couldn't tell you exactly how they figure it out. The only thing is the higher the ratio, closer to 1 or over 1, the better the weapon is. So let's open up our little starting dagger. And it is 3 damage with 3 extra backstab damage, which when we get backstab, that would be nice. Delay of 24 for a ratio of 0.125. So this splintering club is a little bit better damage. So we won't be working piercing in our skills. Whereas it's one-handed piercing, we're going to play with the club for a little bit. Something hit us. Yep. Orc Pawn. And if you are an elf, half-elf, wood elf, anybody from over here, the orcs of Crushbone hate you. But, this will actually give us a chance to show something else. Alright, when we kill him, come on, lower levels, swing, swing. Finally, didn't think we was going to kill him. Ooh, someone has given us some buffs. Oh, someone's giving us some stuff. Alright, we're going to do a little emote at him. Here, a little social. And we'll wave. Let's see what they gave us. Open up our bags. Ooh, a Velium Rapier and a Velium Dagger. Ooh, the Velium Rapier compared to what we have. Oh yeah, 5 damage, 5 backstab damage because it's a piercing weapon. 23 delay, it's much faster than our club. with a ratio of 0.217. Absolutely, Valium Rapier it is. Man, I got the hiccups today. All right. Oh, and they gave us some buffs. Beneficial effects up here. Gave us Spirit of the Wolf, makes us run faster. Gave us regeneration, get our hit points back quicker. Skin like Diamond. If you hold down the right click button, hold it down, not click it, hold it down. It will tell us where it come from. How much mana it took to cast it, the person who did it, the range, the duration of the spell. And here you go. It says increases their hit points and armor class for 54 minutes. Yep, and if you just hold the cursor, it tells you how long you have on it. And gave us some damage shield here, which is, shield spikes. And those are referred to as a DS, or a damage shield. And every time the creature hits themselves on us, they will do damage to themselves. So now we can kill a little bit easier, and that will allow us to kill something a little bit higher, but we're going to pick these up. Yay. Picked up a few more of those. Let's go try to kill this skeleton now. Boom. Kill the wasp drone. Now we'll be able to take the forest drakeling, because it's a yellow common. Remember I told you it's yellow. It's going to be higher level than us by at least up to 3 levels, 1 to 3 levels higher. But since we have this damage shield, we should be able to do it. If you look in combat, it says, like it says, decaying skeleton was pierced by your thorns. See how fast that died? That's the difference in buffs right there. And he was worth 22 points of experience. We're doing this during an XP bonus time, so that's why it's showing so much. XP is so good. So allow us to kill a little quicker. But in order to get the experience, we got to do at least 1 point of damage ourselves. If not, they die on the shield, and we don't get experience. And that would be a ding, level 3, with the ability to use hide. All right, now, best feature about being a rogue is the ability to hide and sneak. Okay, and remember it just that way, hide and sneak. Okay, over here on your actions tab, you're going to go to abilities, click one of the buttons. We're going to do 1. So let's say choose a skill. We're going to put hide on that button. You're going to hold the left click button down, make it a hotkey. You're going to come over here, and I would stack them right next to each other. Hit hide first, sneak second. Look at your skill bar, and it says you failed to hide. You are as quiet as a herd of running elephants, but your sneak got better. When you back out, You'll see some parentheses around your name. That allows you to basically become invisible. Okay, so we're going to make sure we take hide off. And anytime you get a chance, just hit hide and sneak. That way your levels go up. Remember, EverQuest is a game that you have to use it in order to level it. Alright, so let's get back to doing some killing. Alright, let's check this little point. And like I said, if you're fighting the enemies and you notice what you're fighting, you don't need to hit con every time. But definitely use con when you go to a new city. Oh, man, I forgot to show y'all. Main chat. I'm going to pull this up to the center of the screen. And I'm going to expand it a little bit. See this word right here. Your faction standing with Crushbone Orcs has been adjusted by -1. Stormguard, Fadar Champions, Indigo Brotherhood, and Emerald Warriors. This is faction. Some creatures that you kill will give you faction hits, whether it be a good faction hit or a bad faction hit. So, the Crushbone Orcs, of course, they pretty much hate everybody. So, who cares if you get bad faction with Crushbone Orcs? Stormguard. The Stormguard, if you click on the faction, it will pull up another screen. Scroll down to find Stormguard. Stormguard are dubious. Dubious will not attack you on sight. The guards will not. Some dubious merchants will not sell to you. Some will. But the Stormguard is a faction of guards. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Storm Guards are from Caledon, the Dwarven City. The Fadar Champions are the Warriors Guild here. The Indigo Brotherhood are the Dark Elf faction. So if you're a Dark Elf, you don't want to go around killing Crushbone Orcs because it lowers your faction. And the Emerald Warriors, Fadar Champions, Emerald Warriors. Hey, you know what? I'm not even going to try to tell you wrong. Emerald Warriors are factions. Those are elf factions, whether it be Wood Elf or High Elf factions. And it's either going to be Warriors or Paladins, one or the other. If you want to know more about each one of those factions, unfortunately, you're going to have to look them up, because this is how many factions they have just for classic EverQuest. That's just classic, and it's still going and going. And each one of these is the expansions of EverQuest, and each one of those is going to have a list that's about that long. I don't think anybody knows them all by heart. So just be extremely careful on your faction, because you might lower faction you don't want to, or in some cases raise faction you don't want to. So it's just one of those things to be mindful of. All right, let's get back to doing a few more kills. All right, can you still hear me? Excellent. All right. So, it's a little more difficult in the Greater Fate Arc. You can't see all your enemies very clearly in a distance, and you gotta search for them in the trees. And that's it. This is called the grind now. We're just gonna be killing creatures until we level up. But it's not always just a grind. There's lots of different things you can do. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and show you one of the things you can do. Up here on your EQ button, this has a lot of commands for EverQuest. You're going to go to character. It's going to give you another menu called achievements. Hold down that, it becomes a hotkey. Alright, just like we made a hotkey over here. Come over here, place it in one of your hotbars. Alright, and if you need more hotbars for any reason, you go to hotkeys here and you can have up to 11 different hotbars. And these are hotbars and you can shape them and move them around. But achievements, you're going to click on achievements, go to Slayer, go to skill, and these are basically kill achievements. So you kill 100 humans, you get this reward. You hit view reward, it's going to give you Bane Strike. And Bane Strike adds extra damage to that creature type. So around here we were killing bats and skeletons. Bat Country. It says not complete. It gives you some little flavor text here. 3 of 100. So we can kill bats or werebats for this. So we have 3. Something else hit us. They hit that damage shield and kill themselves. In the beginning, loot everything. Loot everything. Cannot be more explained enough. Later on, when you have lots and lots of platinum, you can be choosy. The beginning, not even for me and on my main character, I still loot everything. Only way to get cash is to be able to sell stuff. Or get money from things that you kill. And not everything drops coin. Usually you get coin from humanoids. Or things like that. Like your orcs, anything that walks on 2 legs. We got skills going up. I'm trying to think. Sometimes it's so hard to figure out what to talk about for 30 minutes straight. Or plus. But this is basically what you're going to do in the beginning. Run around, kill creatures to get experience. And that's EverQuest. Or do quests to get experience. But let's see, we got a couple of items. We're gonna. Oh, something I can tell you. Your encumbrance. Down here where it says weight on your inventory tab, 50 of 95. 90, the 95 directly correlates with your strength, and that's how much you can carry before you're encumbered. Get over 95 and you won't be able to run. So you'll be moving real slow, which is not fun. Mm, we've also lost our damage shield. But we have an armor buff on, so that's why we're killing this guy. And we got a decent weapon for starting out. Yeah. Hmm. Over here in the combat tab, when you start the game, normally you would have just a main chat and a combat window. Like I said, I like to separate the stuff out because I like to be able to see it when I want to see it. The red, written in red, is them hitting us. It's always a good thing to know because sometimes you want to know how hard creatures hit. Makes a difference. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to go on up and sell some stuff, and then we're going to move zones. Be a good time to tell you about zones. Not did we kill this guy? Right now, one more kill. We're going to go to one of my favorite zones to level in as a new character. A little easier to navigate. We're going to go to Steamfont, and I will show you how to look at your maps, how to use the maps to get around, and all that. Actually, we'll probably do that in the next episode. How to use our maps. But we did hit level 3. This is our experience bar. Every 100% of experience gets you a level. And that's pretty much what it is. Let's go ahead and sell. Open our bags. Right click, always look. It's trade skill. Trade skill. I just can't bring myself to do trade skill items. We could sell the torches. 7 copper seems to be the big number. Sell the rusty axe. Can't sell the dagger. It has an asterisk. You can't sell it. Rusty scimitar. Boom. I'm going to sell the splintering club. It's going to give us a big whopping 2 gold. Alright, now, I'm not going to sell the Valium dagger because right now we don't have a better item than that. But I'm going to show you it sells for 3 platinum, 2 gold, 1 silver, 4 copper. It sells for more than all the money we've made so far. But we're going to save it for right now. And it's just the way it goes. We're going to save it. Now, remember those evergreen leaves I told you about? We'll add another concept to the game real quick. We are going to try to sell them. So when you sell things, you can either just ask a player, which you want people to just hear you that's standing next to you. You'll type right here by like saying hello, and it says you say hello. Okay, I'm sitting here pointing at the screen. Like y'all can see what I'm pointing at on the screen. It says hello. You could do it in general chat. So you'll type here and everybody in the game will be able to see it. You could do auction, and auction, only people in the zone. So these evergreen leaves, let's try to get, I don't even know how much they go for. So let's see if we can sell. Let's type in, let's say anyone buying now. You want to link an item? Or hold down the right button, open up your info tab, put your cursor over the icon and left click one time. It will put a link in the chat bar, the current chat bar you're on. I'll hit send. Now everybody in the zone can see those. And that way we'll see if anybody's actually buying any. All right, so when I come back on our next episode, I'll go over zones, traveling, and your skills. And skills as in like the complete list. We'll go to our guild master and see when we get certain abilities, and that's what we'll do. So thanks again for joining,